I'm going to try to knock some of the epoxy off of the plasma table frame so we can weld the ball screw brackets on. I'm just going based on the settings on the table inside the welder here. We're welding 1/8 inch mild steel. I'm just gonna tack one of these brackets on so we can pull a few measurements from it. We've got to make sure that the ball screw is parallel to the linear rail. It's moving smooth as silk. I'm thrilled to see the ball screws on the table. I'm going to pull a few measurements to check the fit up. I need to make sure that the ball screw moves parallel to the PVC linear rail, or we'll have the ball nut binding up as we traverse the y-axis. This is a bracket to connect the ball nut to the carriage plate. It's a very simplified version. We've got the design for a bent fabricated bracket, but until we get the plasma table running, we'd like to keep our designs as simple as possible so we can make them by hand. All this plate needs to do is connect the ball nut here to the gantry carriage there. So we're hoping that we can lay it right on the ball nut, bolt it, and then tack it. So they did the first welding chamfer for this one on the angle grinder, and we have a perfectly good 2x72 belt sander in my shop. Boom. Going hot. I'm laying out the plates that are going to connect the gantry bridge to the carriages. I'll mark these ears at 45 degrees to serve as a gusset. is going to interfere with that plate. I'll have to grind that down. So here's where the plasma table stands as of now. We've welded on the brackets for the ball screws. We've got the ball screws mounted. We've got carriage plates fabricated up and mounted to the PVC rail. We've got these brackets connecting the ball nut to the carriage plate. We've got the PVC rail itself trammed in and mounted to the table. And we've fabricated these gantry ends that connect the gantry to the carriage plates. The brackets will more or less repeat themselves from here out for the x-axis and for the z-axis, and I don't want this to become a purely metal fabrication project. We're going to mount the ClearPath servo motors to the y-axis next. We've already got them. As we get the fabrication work done, I'd like to focus on the ClearPath servo motors, the control board, and the computer that we're going to use to control the plasma table.